I often hear people asking, sir, you are an English faculty, you talk so well, how did you learn this? Sir, were you educated in England? No chance, right? I am a pure Indian, finished, right? That too from the south, okay? That means, if you want to learn something, you should first have that inclination to learn. Yeah, you must be interested to learn, okay? Then everything comes, A good learner should always be a good listener and a good reader. Another question is, sir, why should I learn English? Why should I learn English? You kindly understand, we are all from India, but then you see, when you go from state to state, the language keeps changing, right? I feel very bad to say that the only common medium of communication, whether you like it or not, in this country, is English. You may say, why not Hindi? There are certain places where people don't understand Hindi. They won't respond to Hindi, right? See, I am not saying that Hindi should not be learnt. I am saying, look, you may have to go into any place in the country, you may have to work anywhere, right? And you may go for higher education, right? Do you really think that, if you don't have knowledge of English language, do you really think that you can succeed? Yeah? That is an issue. That is why, right? For the sake of communication, right? To communicate with people, you need English. And one peculiar thing in our country is, almost in every sentence we speak, there is one English word. Sure. You can keep your ears open and keep listening to people every day. Okay? In every sentence, whoever it is, whether he is educated or not educated, still, okay, you will find, people using at least one word in English in almost every sentence they speak. Right? So, it is necessary for you to learn language, English language. You will write competitive exams. God willing, you have to succeed in that. Yes, right. Most of the exams have verbal English. What are the various areas and all that? Well, you have vocabulary, you have grammar, you have lots of things, which you will be informed anyway. Right. So, fundamentally, you should get through the exam. Okay, God's wish, you get through the exam. In some companies and all that, you will have a group discussion. You write CAT essay, you want to get through the group discussion, you want to join IIM, do you think if you get a 99 percentile in the CAT, IIM Ahmedabad will come to your house and give you a seat? No, you have to get, right, you have two more hurdles after that, you have to go through the group discussion, which is generally in English only. Because you see, the group sitting there, 10 or 12 members, they are multilingual, they are from different parts of the country. So you don't expect a Tamilian or a Malayali or a Kannadiga, right, or someone from deep northeast to understand Hindi. But people have to learn English to communicate in the group discussion. Okay, you get through the group discussion. Then there is an interview. Will anyone interview you in your basic mother tongue? Definitely not. Right? Most of the interviews will be in English. Right? So, what I am talking about is learning English is important, necessary. Is that clear? Right? Kindly understand it. It's not because I teach English that I'm telling you this. You may experience this in course of life. Right? Okay. And if you speak in English, one more thing I'll tell you, one peculiar aspect I'll tell you. If you speak in good English, I don't mean you should speak like an Englishman, just landed from London. No way. If you speak good, correct English, right, properly, that's enough. Okay. People respect you. That's a very peculiar trend in our country. Right? If I walk into a shop and say, Bhai sahab, ye cheez hai, if I ask him something, he says, thehriye sahab, dekhenge. If I ask him, excuse me, could you show me this? Immediate response, yes sir, please sit sir. Hey? I said the same thing in English. So this happens. Okay. Kindly understand this. Now, sir, all this is fine. I studied in Hindi medium, Gujarati medium, Telugu medium, Urdu medium, whatever medium. That is why I don't know English. Does anyone know any language by birth? Any human being, right? Do you think any human being knows any language by birth? See, all human beings know only two things. Universal, right, by birth, laughing and crying. And these two do not have a language. A Malayali doesn't laugh in Malayalam. A Frenchman doesn't cry in French. Huh? All other things are learnt. See, boss, it's as simple as this. Huh? If you have, there was an advertisement, actually a slogan from HMT watches. If you have the inclination, we have the time. Right? This was the slogan of HMT watches. Right? If you have the inclination, that means if you are interested, right, to learn, there are 100 sources of learning. Okay? Please understand this. You require knowledge of this language, right? To get a job, to communicate after getting a job. You are surrounded by people from different parts of the country, or maybe you start working abroad, right? Somewhere, in some other country. What will you do? Huh? So, how to learn, sir? Last thing I'll tell you. How to learn? Please have the habit of general reading. First, develop that habit. And I read at least a newspaper in English, man. You see, I don't suggest that you should read only the Hindu or some top class newspaper. No way. See, any newspaper in English which you can understand, which is interesting to you. You pick up only those items which are interesting to you and start reading. That is how reading starts. Read what is interesting to you in English. Gradually, you will get that interest, you will get that passion towards this language. Once you get the passion, it is easier to apply yourself to the task. Is that clear? Right? Some people ask me, sir, should I read novels? Should I watch American movies? No. You want to read novels? Please read. No issue. But please, if you want to learn good Queen's English, that is British King's English. I mean, previously we used to call it Queen's English. Now if I say Queen's English, I will be in trouble because they have a king now. Right? British King's English. Right? Pure language. See, it is like this. Anyone who tries to imitate somebody else in language and all will be foolish. Be yourself. That's enough. Right? Have some listening practice. Watch Star News in English. Okay? On the Star channels. Because that's Indian. Okay? English news, man. You will get general knowledge. You will understand. You will learn English. Right? And try to participate in groups, right, using this language. I mean, when you talk to people, try to pick up such groups where everyone is interested, make a small group, start talking. See, without practice, nothing comes out, right? Nothing comes out. See, in initial stages, it will be slightly difficult. Supposing you want to play the guitar. In initial stages, your fingers, would pain solidly because you are dragging on the strings, right? But gradually you get used to it, and then you develop that interest in it. Once you develop the interest in that, you will develop a passion. The same thing goes with any language. English is also like that. This is not a God's language. It is just another language, far easier when compared to Indian languages. Yes, I can say this assuredly, because grammar in Indian languages is very, very complicated. In English, it's nothing great. When you once attend classes, right, they will surely help you, okay, to learn. Okay, please understand this. All right? Right. Good luck. Start learning. Start learning. Right. You can achieve. I can. Have that in your mind. I can. I'm an Indian. I can. Yeah? Never say I can't. Yeah? Please don't say that. I can. Right? That's it. You get it? Learn.